How do you deal with the paradox of the non-event, right? It's one thing when something happens, good or bad, your birthday, 9/11, right? There's a recent incident that happened in New York, seems very tragic, with a shooting. But how do you account for an event that did not take place? I don't know, but we're going to search that mystery today. So I'm going to begin a little bit with being critical with Nora, but the focus is really not on her. It's more like something is changing with the Church of Uranus. It's not a big shift, but it's a shift. So I'm going to begin with some praise for Jerry Armstrong from a very weird corner. So this is Dianetics. Now I know why Render and crew say Jerry Armstrong is crazy. Quotation marks. Because he was a smoking hot, long haired hippie dude. If I could turn back time and be born in 1960 instead of 1978, I would probably be OT8 if I knew Jerry back then. He's like a combination of Lane Staley, Chris Cornell, and Jerry Cantrell, etc., etc., etc. So a lot of praise. Dianetics is one of Nora's allies, and she is correct that Render would often have disparaging comments about Jerry's mental health, as did Aaron Smith-Levin. But see, recently Nora said the same thing, but she took away the video where she was attacking Jerry and doubting he knows what he's doing or what he's talking about. Now, that comment was from a year ago, right? Where apparently there was an agreement with the Church of Uranus that as long as you hate Render, you can say whatever you please, right? But for the record, Aaron has not done anything really to help Jerry. He does acknowledge Jerry exists in a video here and there, but that is about it. But for the most part, he's helped try to destroy him. And that is the record. Now let's get to the infamous arrest booking factual update. Apparently, he's being booked for battery. And I will deal more in detail with Aaron, because let's be honest, that's what we're more concerned with. But I just want to note something very peculiar. And I would want to give Nora points for this, but I don't know what to make of it. So I just recently checked. And again, by the time you guys get this, it will be hours later, but I swear. And there's no point in taking screenshots because the whole point is it didn't do anything. So at least as of a couple of hours ago, it's hard to speak in time travel speak. But anyway, currently I am at 8 a.m. my time, East Coast. So I guess for the last several hours, in fact, frankly, the last several days, when Aaron was arrested and this whole thing went down, Marilyn Honig, nothing. No video, no post. Serge Delmar, no video, no post. Jenna Miscavige, no video, no post. And Nora, no video, no post. Now, it's not to say these people did not post things. They did, but not about Aaron, not about the arrest. Not, oh, Aaron, how are you? You're so innocent. Get out now. We pray for you, our beautiful African king. Nothing. Nothing at all. They didn't do anything. So either they don't care or they're like, yeah, we know he's going to get arrested. This has been in the works for a while. If you've gone through my other commentary videos, I predicted, Aaron was working up to being arrested. I think he was shocked and caught off guard. He was arrested this recently. I think he was planning to get arrested in the next couple weeks. So they jumped the schedule and he seemed a little bit shocked. So Jenna, Serge, Nora, Liz Gale, nothing on Aaron. But Liz and Nora did put up recent posts about Jamie and his book, right? He also grew up in Scientology from a very small age as a child. Very harrowing, weird experiences. And again, some people are challenging what he's writing, but I'm not going to get into Jamie. I'm just noting factually that is what they explicitly pointed out in their posts and recent videos. Aaron's arrest? No. Pharaoh Cheryl did something, and listen, there's money to be made. Pharaoh Cheryl got 4,000 views. And Marilyn cares about the money. She cares about views. So there we go. So the vast majority of the pro-Uranus network is pretty much ignoring this, saying, yeah, okay. All right, he's arrested. So what? I don't care. And there we go. So this is the friendly propagandist he works with. Oh, yeah, he's arrested, but, whatever. He'll survive. I'll survive. And I just want to put out explicitly, when Aaron was arrested, he told his friends, including Pharaoh Cheryl, who's there, call Heather. Call his wife, right? Even though technically he's cheating on her with his concubine, Jenna. What insane arrogance. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But it was not all Scorsese silence. Some people broke the theological silence of the gods and spoke out, and speak they did about the powder. So this is, but first coffee, Susie O. Me, a few years ago at the Color Run. What is Color Run? I don't know. Same powder Aaron assaulted, quotation marks, that Scientologist with. Ellipses. Growing up in Scientology. Hashtag. Okay, well, I hate to bring the evil thing called the logic. Susie, there's a massive difference when you coercively throw powder in someone's face to do harm while yelling and screaming at them, insulting them, and voluntarily going to somewhere where they'll tell you up front saying, we're going to be throwing a lot of powder. And you're like, delicious, more powder. Where in a group where, I would assume the obvious, almost no one is coerced to be a part of this group activity, and it's done, yes, for joy and festivities, you sign up for any safety, health dilemmas that may come from that. So the only valid point you're making is, well, that powder probably isn't too bad. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it was okay for you. They're really just saying generically, oh, that powder's used before. Other people love smacking their face with it. Right. Some people even just like getting their face smacked during, certain lovemaking activities. But what people do in a public setting voluntarily or private setting voluntarily is not the same thing as Aaron throwing the powder without the person's permission at that person's face. It's not the same thing. But yeah, she brings this up. That powder will not hurt you. Stop crying about my Aarons. We'll give her that. Like, Susie's dedicated. She is super dedicated because Marilyn does not care. She had a little thing about Ozzy, but her Grand Poobah leader arrested? Nah, don't care. Neither does Jenna. So, but apparently Susie is a true believer. I believe in you, Aaronis. I loves you. But then her benchmark is she loves neo-Nazis too. So, not exactly a great moral center of discourse. That said, I don't want to leave people with misimpressions. She's very, very sick. Not just, in the head. She's dealing with a lot of medical health issues. I wish her well there. I'm also suffering from scarring of the knee. It's from November of last year, and the doctors were confident. Oh yeah, give it like 6 months, you'll be fine. Yeah, well, I'm still with a brace, and I'm gonna continue being with a brace because I'm not gonna risk anything happening to my knee for a very long time. So it's a little weird, but I guess I've just put up with limping for a while. Yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, if you suffer from health issues, yeah, I mean, it's your body in pain. I think we should have compassion. But yeah, Susie needs to work on her logic. But then, it's tough time for her. Usually when they do the propaganda, they do it in unison, echo chamber, and say, just follow Serge's. And Serge, follow this girl. And this girl, follow Jenna. And Jenna will be, oh my God, Aaron's, you're amazing. And Aaron, like, yes, I am amazing. But that was a long time ago. Just 6 months ago, or even a year ago. Total obedience to the dear leader. We all love you, Aaronis. Now it's like, whatever. He's our leader, I guess. He'll be out fine. I mean, really, Aaron didn't endure too much. He was like, the apple juice, it's not very good. Well, there you go. So he had to endure some bad apple juice. That was his grave existential dilemma in prison for about several hours. It wasn't like 1 hour. I want to be very clear. But, I guess like 8 to 10 hours of, confinement. There we are. But yeah, Most of the Aaron channels, most of the pro Aaron, most of the SBTV channels, like, oh, he got arrested? Okay. I don't care. I just don't care. So is Nora not caring sign of growth? Indifference? I don't know. I don't know. It's curious. And for the record, even Diane Nutcase, who got money from Aaron, nah, no post for him. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Maybe, maybe, maybe not.